Guys, I want to tell you about this new company that I found. I'm sure it's not new to some others, but the name of it is PerPay, and it helps you build your credit. Now, I will have to tell you that the things on their site is overpriced, but you have to keep in mind you have to start somewhere. Now, I've used companies like this in the past, and this is how I use them. I go on their site and I find the cheapest product that I can. In this case, a handheld hair dryer. And that same dryer was on Amazon for $22. It was marked down from like 30 something or whatever. But I purchased it. The one thing that I was a little skeptical about is that you have to do a direct deposit with them. So say for instance, you've had your direct deposit going somewhere else. You'd have to split your paychecks, split your direct deposits if you can, to have a portion of it going to them. This is how they make sure that they get paid, and they send you the balance. This was my first time. Everything was quick and easy. They received the deposit. They took out what they needed. They sent me the balance. But the most amazing thing about this company is all of that took place yesterday, and I received my item today. Now, it takes about 4 months for them to start reporting to your credit report. So what I'm doing in the meantime is I'm not buying anything else. They gave me a credit limit, I think, of like $700 some. I don't buy stuff. I don't go on a shopping spree on sites like those. What I do is I make a purchase for, like I said, the cheapest thing that I can find that I need or that I want. I make that purchase. Then I wait about 3 months and go back on their site and find something else and make another purchase. After the second time it's reporting on my credit report, I wait about 6 months to make another purchase, then another 6 months, because I want that information to continue to hit my credit report. But I don't want to go in debt with it doing it. So that's one way that you could build credit without going into debt. You just have to keep in mind the reason why you're doing this. I had a friend one time, and I told her about the shopping cart trick. I expressed to her, it is not for you to go on a shopping spree. It is for you to build your credit. She got those cards and she went on a shopping spree. Like, oh my God. I mean, just literally lost it. I had my Victoria's Secrets card. They closed it down because I never used it. I had a Fingerhut card. They closed that account because I never used it. Because at the time, I couldn't afford to pay anybody. So why would I start ordering stuff that I know I can't afford to pay? By the time I got everything back together where I could afford to pay somebody, they had closed those accounts out, which is one reason why I'm starting from scratch, why I have a thin credit file. Now, there are other companies that you can do a buy here, pay later. Klarna, Line, Zip, Afterpay, Zizzle, Tabby, Nolo, Affirm, Fly Now, Pay Later. Now that one, I don't get. And maybe it's just me. If I got to put a trip on Fly Now, Pay Later, I don't need to go on that trip unless it's an emergency. Unless it's an extreme emergency, then I need to stay put because I can't afford that trip. And when I say an extreme emergency, I mean something like attending a funeral. And to me, that ain't an extreme emergency. You know why? Because God said, let the dead bury the dead. I am not about to put myself in debt for somebody that's dead. They dead. It ain't nothing I can do about it. I can pray with my family, and that's about it. Sometimes we have to stop and not allow emotions to take over and to keep us in debt. Some of the very things that get us in debt is uncalled for. And you go getting a plane ticket and everything to go home for a funeral. But who's footing that bill? You are. Because if you ask anybody in your family, most of the time, I ain't got no money. I didn't tell you to come home. Yeah. So guess what? I won't be there. If I can't afford it, if I ain't got it, cash to buy a ticket, I ain't going. It's just that simple. I'm not going. Now, I know some people may view it a different way. You can let your emotions play on you if you want to. If you're already in debt and getting yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into debt, trying to make people think you got it going on, it ain't that serious for me. It ain't never been that serious for me. You want to go spreading your wings going home for half of these folks who dead who didn't even care about you when they were alive. Stop it. I also want you to ask yourself, these companies, are they benefiting you? And when I say, are they benefiting you? I mean, can you build credit with them? Because if you can't build credit with them, move on to another company that you can. If you are trying to get your credit back on track, if you are trying to build up a thin file. You know, when somebody tell me about a company like this, my first thing is to go and see, do they report to the credit bureaus? My friend told me just the other day how she uses Klarna. Oh, I get all kind of Gucci stuff and this, that, and that. I got these glasses that I paid $300 for, and I'm sitting there going, The same person who took that shopping cart trick and went on a shopping spree. Now, that's nothing wrong if that's what she wants to do. It ain't coming out of my pocket. But we have to use a little bit more common sense. Klarna, they have no benefits for me. None. Why would I use them? I'm trying to build credit, not debt. I have a public Facebook group to this channel. And I post a lot of different things on that Facebook group. And I posted on there that someone who is charging you to fix their credit, they are not supposed to charge you until the end. They get around that by getting you to sign up for a subscription. This person came on my site and I sent their happy little butts packing, letting them know I'm not paying anybody to do credit repair for me because, number one, I know my credit better than they do. I know what I did to get into the situation. I educate myself to know how to get out of the situation. I also educate myself to know what to do the next time something comes around. A lot of people pay for credit repair, and after their credit is repaired, they're right back in that same mess again. You know why? Because they have not been educated on how to use credit. They haven't been educated on paying your bills on time, keeping that utilization up under 10%, watching out for that due date and the closing date when that information is going to report. They haven't been educated as to how to pull up their own credit reports to make sure what's being reported is being reported on time and being reported correctly. This is why you, as a consumer, need to fix your own credit. You don't need to be paying somebody else to fix your credit, because guess what? You have no idea what they're doing. They can pull up something and say, this is what they did. Okay, and what does that mean? That don't necessarily mean they did it. Some say that they charge you per deletion, pay for deletion. Let me help you understand something. You can do a 609 or 611 letter yourself and put several items on that letter as they do. They're charging you for a pay per deletion, but they put all of those items on one page, on one sheet to go to the credit bureau. And the first time around, they may have got 2 or 3 items deleted, but yet and still, they may charge you anywhere from $30 to $50 for a deletion that they sent out one time and got 3 things deleted, but you're paying the price. The money that you're paying them, you could be using to get those credit utilizations down. You could be using to buy you a book to learn the different ins and outs about credit. And guess what, guys? You don't even have to buy a book. You can take your butt to the library, open a book, and read it. You can pay for Credit Versio, which is $20 a month, and it does the same thing. You put your scenario in there, it writes letters and send them out for you. They'll either send them out for you or you can send them out yourself. So why are people paying these so-called credit repair experts? I'm not doing it. Because like I said, I know my credit better than any of them. I don't want somebody holding me back because they're telling me they're doing one thing and showing me they're doing one thing, but in actuality, they're doing something else, because they're going to hold you on for as long as they can as a client. They're gonna get 1 or 2 things deleted, and then while you're sitting back waiting, they'll tell you, oh, well, we didn't get anything deleted this time. Probably because they didn't send anything out. So you have to know that if you're doing your own credit repair and something was deleted and you send out round 2 letters, you know what you're sending out. You're not sitting back waiting on somebody to tell you nothing was deleted the second time, but they sent out something and you don't know that for sure. You need to know that for yourself. And in order to know that for yourself, do it yourself. You all have a blessed day. If this information has been valuable, please subscribe, share, and like.